All right, what's happening, people? Welcome to the Course Creator Community Podcast. I'm your host, Jono, and I am super excited because I'm doing a solo episode today. I want to share kind of my latest findings in the last 6 months, even the last 36 years, I should say, when it comes to online courses and passive income. I think I found the secret when it comes to online courses when it comes to passive income with online courses. A lot of people kind of sell that dream, right? Hey, you want passive income, do an online course, yada, yada, yada. But then you do this online course and you realize it's so much work and so hard to sell it. And there's elements of that too. But I want to share what I've found in all my years of selling online courses, all my years of helping other people sell theirs, seeing people sell a lot of courses, seeing a lot of people not sell theirs. And I found a system that works for me all the time, every time. There's basically three components to it, and they are pretty passive. There's a little bit of work, but it's mainly passive. But anyway, I'll share the three things. We'll dive into it. And it's actually more about the course topic than anything, right? Because, and let me think. Yeah, okay. I'll share it and then we'll kind of go around. So here's kind of my three-step process. And actually, no, let me give a little bit of background. So for years and years and years, I've sold online CEC courses to personal trainers, online continuing education courses. So people that are already personal trainers, they need to do a certain amount of CPDs every single year to keep their registration. I would put together courses and sell those courses to personal trainers, right? That's what I've done for years, very successful, mainly here in Australia, generates about $1 million a year, great business, right? But I was like, how can I kind of replicate this in a few different ways? And I tried a few different things here and there, but one thing that worked really, really well is I just did the exact same thing in a different country, right? I did what was working here in Australia. I just emulated that model in America, worked great. Emulated that model in the UK, worked great. And then I was like, you know what? Along with the continuing courses, let me see if it also works with the initial certification as well, like the one to become a personal trainer. Implemented the same system there, worked very well too. So here's the system, and I believe any single person listening to this can emulate this system. There's a few catches to it, but I'll explain it. We'll go from there. So and this is what I do with every business moving forward. I don't start it unless there's already search traffic. So let me put that into perspective. So I knew that my stuff was selling over here in Australia. Before I started growing my business in the US, I went on a tool called SEMrush, but there's many different tools that showed me what words people are searching in what topic. And I saw that there was traffic over there in the US. They call them CEU courses over there, but there was traffic for people typing in fitness CEU courses. So I was like, great, there's already people typing this word in. It's not super competitive. I know there's demand for it. So that's kind of step one, right? Same thing in the UK. They call it, what do they call it over there? It's CPD courses in the UK. There was demand for it, right? Same thing with the fitness certifications over here. It's called a Certificate 3 in Fitness. There was demand for it. So that's kind of the first thing I do. I make sure that there's traffic for people looking for that word. And also the key here is it's a buying word. It's not an idea. There's not people typing in, how to become a personal trainer. It's people typing in Certificate 3 in Fitness, all right? Another equivalent would be, let's say one of the courses I sell is a pre and postnatal certification, how to train women who are pre and postnatal, right? I'm not targeting how to train prenatal women. I'm targeting that word, pre and postnatal certification, right? So that's step one. If you have that, life is so easy, right? Because there's people typing in that word, looking to buy on Google. They go to your website and they buy your thing with you doing absolutely nothing. It's great. It's the easiest sales you can possibly make. The limitation is it's hard to scale, right? But doesn't really matter because I shouldn't say it doesn't matter, but it shows you, for some people, you can do nothing, right? On all of my businesses, I could do nothing and make some money, okay, which is pretty good in my opinion. So that's kind of the first thing, all right? If you don't have that, it's going to be hard to make money on autopilot. If you do have that, money on autopilot, great. Now, the next thing I do is run a Facebook ad. And I actually do, I'll just keep it simple. So the next thing I do is I run a Facebook ad, right? And the goal of that Facebook ad is to, worst case scenario, break even, but ideally make money, all right? I shouldn't even say break even. It's to make money. Doesn't have to be a whole heap of money, but to make some money on the front end. I'm going to put 100, 200, 300, 400, $500 a week on Facebook ads and make at least something back. Make at least 100, 200, 300, 400, $500 back on autopilot without me running a webinar, without me doing a sales call. Just someone sees the ad, they enter their details, they either buy there or they buy after getting 3 or 4 automated emails, right? That's the other key for a few different reasons. Now I've kind of got 2 streams of passive income coming in. Yes, I needed to put some work in setting that Facebook ad up, but once it's up, there's no work done there. So it's like, great, let me make some sales directly from my website with me doing nothing. And then let me make some sales from Facebook also doing absolutely nothing. So now I've got 2 streams of passive income coming in, right? And then the third one is email marketing. That's not really passive, but what I'll do is every week I'll send out 3 or 4 emails to my email list. And I'll just, I'll sit down a Friday or even on the weekend, I usually do it. And I'll just spend 30, 40 minutes. I'll write those emails, then I'll schedule them to go out. And they will make revenue as well. The reason I know they will make revenue is A, I know there's already people searching this thing here. B, I know that I've had a whole heap of people enter their details on my Facebook ad. I know most of those people didn't buy. Right, I'm going to put out a Facebook ad. I'm going to put simplified version. I put $100 on it. I know 10 people are going to inquire. I know only 1, maybe 2 are going to buy. Those 8 people that didn't buy doesn't mean they're never going to buy. Just means they're not going to buy right now. They're primed for my email marketing next month, the month after, in 6 months' time, a year after. And because I keep running that Facebook ad and keep making money off that Facebook ad, my list is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And my email sales are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So just with those 3 strategies there, like I can make a ton of money spending 30, maybe 60 minutes a week just on those things there. There's probably one other secret that I'll add in as well. But for now, that's what I want everyone to listening to take away. It kind of starts with that first point. Like if there's not search traffic for people looking to buy your thing exactly, it's a lot harder because it's kind of like, well, if there's not search traffic, do people really want it? Maybe they do. There's an argument that they just don't know what they're searching, but it's just way easier if you've got that there. And the other thing that works really well for me as well is something that's like certified. So say the reason the fitness CEC courses sell so well is because trainers need to do these courses to get their qualification, right? In the initial certification, people need to do this course to become a personal trainer and actually have a job over here, right? You can't work without it. So I find it's so much easier if you have that thing there. Now, there's a few ways you can look at this, right? Because there might be some people listening to this podcast and being like, oh, but Jono, I don't have anything that's like recognized and there's no search traffic for my thing. And, can I still do it? And yeah, I'm sure you can. I've got friends that make millions of dollars a year teaching piano and Spanish and, all these things that aren't really like that. But it's just a lot, in my opinion, it's just a lot harder. This model here is the model that is the autopilot model, right? So I'll just summarize it one more time and then I'll leave you to it. It's essentially make sure there's search traffic on the buying word, the actual thing that you are selling. Okay. If you got that, you're in a good spot. Number 2 from there, you want to have a Facebook ad running that makes you money and generates leads on autopilot. Once you've got that, it's just, sending out 3, 4 emails a week. Just schedule it, do it once a day, and then it's happy days. All right. Anyway, that's the episode for the week. I'll see how we go next week. Maybe we'll go solo again. Maybe we'll go partner. Feel free to reach out on Facebook, Instagram. Let me know which one you preferred.